What about reconciliation? Life is famously messy and full of conflicts, and at some point we need to get it all sorted out. We take a brief look into acknowledgement, responsibility, acceptance and mindfulness, factors of reconciliation. First, acknowledgement. We typically keep up the veils of denial for as long as possible, holding on to hopes, painting illusions to a point where it all becomes too unbearable, unsustainable, where the only option is acknowledging, okay, we have a problem here and we need to start dealing with what is. Then begins the blame game, assigning responsibility. It was all your fault, it was all my fault, or the fault of a third party. While the reality is that no individual is responsible for the fullness of the macro narrative, we have co-created our problems. Each of us owning up our big and little mistakes down the road that compounded into this shared problem of ours. You could have, we should have, it should have, this and that. That's all in the past. It won't change. And there's no benefit whatsoever in playing the inquisitor. We typically do that to shift the blame from our own shoulders. All of that so very complicated when people lack self-awareness and willingness to acknowledge their own shortcomings. Where it's not really as much a matter of what actually went down, it's more a matter of how it reflects on me. And while we might hope for clear resolutions for all things, sometimes the veils are so thick you can only agree to disagree and move on. But move on we must, into reality, in acceptance of what is, rather than what we hoped it would be. The ghosts of resentment from the past will do you no favors in the future. They will simply haunt your path onward. Learning all of our lessons, yes, but not grinding over the past. Then into mindfulness, a proactive orientation. We should like to avoid the unnecessary compounding of problems in the future. And problems, they're never avoided by designing the perfect game plan for the future. Countless the emergent factors, the situations we did not anticipate. How do we respond? And then, each and every junction in our lives, each decision point we attend to in self-awareness, observing what is. Relating to it all, not in terms of our disconnected dreams, but in terms of what is the true potential of the situation. That, friends, is how we make the best of all things, by making the best of each and every little turn down the road. It's never ever going to be picture perfect, a one-to-one match to your dreams and hopes. But it will become the best version of what's available with the ingredients on the table when we attend to what is fully and in self-awareness. And why is that? Simply because we are dealing with actuality as it is, instead of illusions. Illusions, they cannot be reconciled, they can only be dispelled. And reality, it only ever develops in terms of what is, not in terms of our hopes. Then, whether reconciliations and resolutions or simply steering clear of future problems, clarity is paramount. Undistorted clarity over what is and over what we are. These are the baselines. Baselines, bottom lines, the source of potentials we may meet at the end of the line. But there is no such magic in life that would turn illusions into reality. Illusions only ever compound into problematic confusion. Then, living mindfully, reconciling our realities, keeping it clear and real. That's all.